Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing, and today's episode is going to be about using your front kicks to safely enter into the clinch. It's a strategy and a tactic used a lot by Muay Thai fighters where they use a lot of front kicks. When you throw front kicks on someone, they really have to ground themselves in order to take that front kick. So by using your front kicks, you can build in the skip step or almost the front kick feint to get inside. You'll see the Muay Thai fighters get inside. You can use good elbow techniques off of it. I'll quickly demo them, but it'll have to be another episode where I show how you use those elbows off of that step. But for this position now, all you're really doing is staying long and being able to control your opponent so you can get inside and do the damage and the work you want there. Using our front kicks to set up the clinch is very important in distance control. And again, another tactic really used by Muay Thai fighters to control distance and range. So you see some people are really good in head-to-head fighting where they can stay in nice and tight. Or you have fighters who are really good at long fighting. Ideally, you want to be good at inside fighting or long. But you have to determine, and you want to get into those ranges in the safest way possible. So just because I can fight inside, how do I get inside? If I'm fighting a good counter puncher and I need to get inside, he's going to be waiting, he's going to tag me as I come in. So I need to find a safe way to enter. And the key way to enter, especially in MMA, when you don't have the bigger gloves, you have MMA gloves, so you really have to learn on controlling the hands to enter safely. So I'm going to use my front kick. It's a long weapon. As they come forward, boom, I keep my front kick long. So once I find that distance, I could even use any straight punch to keep them here. From this position now, they're expecting it. So when I bring my knee up, you see them brace because they're waiting, they tighten their core, and they stand there and they become frozen for a little bit. So from this position here, I can mix in my feint step and I can control the hands. All right, so you see, I have my hands on top right away because I'm controlling the hands. Even if I do the feint step and he goes to throw, boom, I have control and I can control their hands in any position. So you have to make sure when you enter, you learn how to hand fight. So again, keep them long, keep them long. From here, my feint step, I grab my hands on top. Why my hands on top is because they like to punch. I can control them and pin them. Also from this position, I have control of the hands. I can manipulate the guard and come off and crack my own elbows. Left, right, I can come inside, pin, and control. All right, so enter safely with that feint step, boom, boom, I enter, grab. Another option you can do is now they're coming forward because they're bracing, that's when I could take an angle. So what I'll do is as I step, I'll hand pin, take an angle, and now I can tack off of my angle. All right, so one more time, boom, they wait for it, feint comes in, I pivot off on an angle, and I attack. So using the clinch, or mixing in the angles. If you're really good, right, boom, I could feint this way and step out into my southpaw position and attack from here as well. Okay, all of those zombie hand pin drills all come together in this drill. So now when you have a flow drill, mix up and match between the different ones. And you can see I'm using both front kicks as well. Boom, keeping the distance, feint off, I attack. Okay, to make this more advanced, you can get Chad even punching. So if he punches, I front kick him, and then I control his hands as I come in off of that feint. Okay, see, as he feints, he needs to defend up, and then I could push off of the shell. Boom. Using this front kick strategy to get inside is a very important concept because you want to enter that space as safely as possible. There's going to be times where you might fight someone who's bigger, who's stronger, and you outside fighting is just not working. They're longer than you. So how do you enter safely? So using the longest weapon, which is your front kick, to keep them at bay, keep them long, then mixing that feint step or that feint front kick to get in there, grab their position, because in clinch range, now you're in a safe position, especially if your hands are on top, that's when you could could mix around, get your elbows in, and do some damage there. And a lot of times with my MMA fighters, it's that safe distance. Because MMA has a really long range and you have to be a little longer with the smaller gloves, there's a little bit more distance to close if you want to get on the inside. That's why this strategy is really good. And it's also good for wrestlers who maybe have a hard time getting hit and they don't want to, shoot from such a far distance. So this way they're able to come in, fight their way in, and then use takedowns from there. So this can be used in many different applications, traditionally seen in a Muay Thai setting, but can be used in your other martial arts. So if you like the channel, make sure you keep liking, you keep subscribing, and keep sharing with all your friends.